What is going on, guys? This is Nick here at Y480, and we are playing NHL 17 BAGM mode with our Toronto Maple Leafs, who are first in their division with 82 points here. So it looks like we're ripe for a 100-point season, which is pretty good. I'm not guaranteeing a playoff spot, but at this rate, we got the playoffs. You know what I mean? We got them. So let's jump over here and just take a look at... Oh, by the way, we are right here up next to the trade deadline. So the trade deadline is tomorrow. So that was the big question posed in yesterday's episode, was what do we do here at the trade deadline? Now let's look at the lines before I say what the general consensus was. I mean, you guys could go back and look at the actual comments and everything like that, but check this out. The team is growing. Brad Marchand has grown, even though it's just temporary boost, you know. Johnson has grown, also temporary thing. Matthews has grown. He's a 92 now, not a 91. Kadri has grown to be his exact 87. Nylander has grown to an 87. And I mean, these guys are getting up there to first liners. JVR still 86, but that's pretty funny that these guys were way below JVR. Now they've overtaken him. And then we kind of get down to it. Yeah, there's some growth down here. Sure, Hyman. Soshnikov, right? And then Reichel, he's up at an 85. That's actually pretty good. So everybody's looking pretty good. This third line actually looks beastly right now. Defense, pretty similar. Carrot got up to an 84. The bottom pairing here isn't the best, but I definitely think it's pretty good. I mean, people were saying change out Corrado here just because he only has 3 points on the year. He's a defensive defenseman on the bottom pairing. I'm not expecting points out. I'm not expecting 10 points out of him in 2 years. You know what I mean? I mean, he's not going to play a lot of minutes, especially with people like Riley, who's a young guy that can play 30 minutes a night for sure. Olsner can hold it down. I'll admit we could use somebody else for that and then do Olsner in the top four. Totally, because we have two lefties here. When, yeah, that would, you know, that'd be nice if we could put maybe Gardner up there instead. And if he was a righty, you know, we'll figure it out. Carrick even. But yeah, right now it's just not going to work out. So the biggest thing people were talking about was just going out and getting a defenseman. Now, the only defensemen that were available, there were two players, and I can show them real quick here. I mean, I don't know how quick it's going to be. This game is very slow still, kind of like NHL 16's GM mode. But the first one here, let's see which one is first. Yeah, he's here. Is Jack Johnson. Now, that's just too much trade value. Yeah, he's got 1 year left, but what are we going to give away for that for the 1 year when he's probably... which the commenters down below, thank you guys for commenting, brought up. He's probably going to go to free agency. A bunch of people had testimonials that said every single time that I do this GM mode in NHL 17, he goes to free agency, so you should be fine. If we want to pick up a top four defenseman that's the higher end of top four, boom, free agency. And he's probably going to want a little bit north of this for sure. We'll figure it out, though. You know what I mean? We'll figure it out. I know he's a -5, not on the best team. His goals and assists looks pretty good, considering he's, I mean, really, that's really good for what he is, honestly. A two-way guy, I for some reason thought he had better offensive skills. They're really good for a defenseman. I thought his shot was a little more accurate for some reason. I thought it was up around 84. Maybe I'm thinking of another defender that I saw. Either way, he's a great player, and he'd be awesome to the team. Just too much right now for a rental when we've got a great squad, because we got to move somebody out if we put him in. You know, Carrick moves down or something. I don't know about that. The other skater is not a right winger. The other defenseman here is Green, who's 85 overall, and he's 35 years old. People were saying we could get him because check out his contract. That's a lot. We got the space now, but in like 2 years when Matthews comes up, right? Or I guess after this would be 1 more year. Yeah, we're not going to be able to afford that. People were suggesting having them keep half the salary. But at 35 years old, people are saying he actually did sign his contract before that. So if he did retire after this year, we wouldn't need to worry about it, basically, which intrigued me, especially if they can hold some of his salary. Now, the biggest thing is Corrado he's a minor D, so we could use him. We could use him as a depth guy, so maybe we can trade for him. But like, what would we? He doesn't have that much trade value. That's kind of the thing. People were saying, give up a second. It's not a big deal. Other people were saying, just go with it, whatever. In this sense, though, we'd have to keep Cowan, which is another guy people want to get rid of. That's not really that bad of a contract, though. You know what I mean? At 82, you could argue it, but for a defensive defenseman with decent stats, I mean, he's getting kind of the rate that most free agents right now at that overall are getting. Actually, they're getting more like 2.4. I just checked before this. So, like, what would we give away? Probably not a defenseman. I mean, especially not one that's like unsigned or anything like that. We do have like a lot of players that we could, potentially move out. Not rostered players, though. And not any players that we definitely think we're going to use. I mean, Grundstrom would possibly be one. Top 9 two-way guy. I just see using him in like 2 years. You know what I mean? Especially when in two years he'll still have this contract. We can bring him up, play him on the bottom 6 when Matthews wants, $9 million or something crazy. Korostolev could go. He's got decent trade value because, he's got a decent shot power for what he is, and actually a decent shot for kind of what he is. So let's say we throw Korostolev in there. We definitely don't need him. What else would, New Jersey need? They'd probably need like someone who has actual value. I wouldn't want to get rid of this guy. Johnson, bottom 6, maybe. They want this Middleton guy, and we probably won't use him. So, I mean, we can throw him in, and it doesn't count as an actual guy towards that trade. And then have them, keep... I mean, we're doing this real time. I didn't think I was going to make any trades here, but let's see if they can keep half his actual salary. So $2.545 million. So basically he becomes exactly, like a 2.4045 player, right? 2.545 player, which would be rad. The only thing is, if he does stay the additional years at a lower cost, do we just buy him out? Can you buy people out in this game? I knew you could in the past ones. I didn't do it at all last year. And so that's pretty weird. I want to keep Hug. I want to keep Sproul because he's helping out the AHL. These guys are unsigned. I mean, I guess I could throw one of them in. I feel like that's just kind of padding, though. But I feel like this is the kind of thing they would want. They'd want, like... I don't know why Korostolev is a top 6, AHL top 6. I feel like he could actually make it in the NHL. But I think we could get him for that. You know what I mean? If we can get him for this, I'll do it. And then move Corrado out for injuries and scratch him because he's actually a minor top 2 role defenseman. Next year, he'll probably be a top 6 if he grows a little bit, especially if he comes in for injuries. And, Green, what's his durability like? Where's his actual durability? Oh yeah, right there. So it's 85. So that's not bad. That's actually better than I thought it would be. So, injuries will be on in the playoffs. So we never know. And a defenseman would be crippling because we'd have to bring up somebody from the AHL. That would hurt the AHL squad. So having someone scratch would just help. This gives away a decent prospect that we're actually using right now in the AHL. And then 2 guys that we actually weren't going to use. Middleton being the better prospect they actually want. I think we got to add one more prospect in here. Let's see, actually. Yeah, they have 48 out of 50, just like us. So they can actually bring one more guy on. I don't want to give away Maloci's the best one. Why did I even look at him? I don't want to give away Grundstrom. Really don't want to give any of the D guys away. What do they actually want? Okay, they want all the really good guys who are on my... They want this guy. AHL. If they want him, I'll put it on there, and that's not going to add to anything. I don't think we're overpaying for this because these are contracts right here that I was never going to give out because we're always going to be able to find a better defenseman. Even a 7th defenseman is better than that potential. You know, you guys can argue he can get better, but I mean, when they're 68s for like, they peak at 68 or something like that, and they're like 24 years old, and then I'm like, okay, come on, and then the next 2 years they get up to 79. To me, it's not worth it when we could win the cup this year with the top 6 demon. So at the beginning of this video, I will fully admit I was not going to sign anyone. I was not going to make any trades. I wasn't going to sign any free agents. We were just going to run with the squad we had. I was thinking about signing Nick Grossman as the 7th D-man that we could keep up there scratched. But this might be a better option. And then if he retires, we don't have to worry about the additional 2 years, because apparently that's how it works. If it doesn't work like that, you guys let me know. But we can always shop him out if he doesn't retire the following year for even like a 5th round pick or something stupid like that. But let's see if this goes through. I think this one might go through. If not, we can just add in like a 3rd rounder or something like that. I don't mind really giving that away because people were saying don't be afraid to give away later round draft picks, because I mean, they weren't saying give away in excess. They were saying, 1 maybe is fine because we are stacked with depth players. Now, you can find some diamonds in the rough, but this year we just need 1 more defensive prospect, and I think we'll be really good to run for the next couple years, especially. So let's see if this goes through. If it doesn't, we'll add in a pick. But, I mean, we're a little bit above what they're giving out here. I mean, do you think just for us taking on this contract, they would it be realistic enough to get like a 5th rounder out of it or something so we can have that for future trading? I mean, we could probably get a 4th, honestly, because for some reason this game does not value force. It has 4ths as the same trade value as everything else after 4th. So let's see if this goes through. I think it's semi-realistic. I know these are all AHL potential guys, but I mean, we're taking on this old player and his contract. Yeah, they're keeping that much salary, but if they want to move it out for real, then they would, do whatever they can to do it. Weirder trades would definitely happen, but I can't help but feel kind of weird about just sending over AHL guys. But who knows? Maybe New Jersey they want these 2 guys. These 2 other guys are just kind of fodder to the whole trade. So let's see if this goes through. If not, we'll take out the 4th, and then if that doesn't go through, we'll put in like a 3rd. If they definitely don't want it, we might have to just pass, because Green, that contract scares me. You guys reassured me a lot, and like I said, I follow exactly what you guys want me to do. So you reassured me pretty well that this is a good trade to make. And just now in the moment, I came into this with no notes. I usually take notes. There was a big comment I was taking notes on. I forgot them at my office. So I have no notes. So I was just like, I got to make it today so I can upload this on my schedule. So we're flying blind. So let's see if this goes through. Enough talking. Trade rejected. Okay. They're fine with it, but they want Keaton Middleton. Okay. Yeah, they just don't want to give this up. Okay, so maybe we can actually get like a 5th. I know I said I'll just take it off. Let's see if we can just get a 5th. I just want to get something. Okay, let's see if that goes through. Yeah, we'll just get rid of it. Okay, here we go. All right. Okay, I don't mind adding in a 3rd because that would make a little sense. I know you guys might say it's not realistic that they would give me a pick. I guess I agree now that I kind of think about it. But I had to try. I had to try something. Let's try a 4th, and then we'll go to the 3rd, because that 3rd isn't much more than the 4th. But we could maybe find someone a couple picks earlier, and you never know. So let's see if this goes through. All right. Okay. Done deal. All right. So we add these guys in. The AHL team isn't really having it. That's okay. At least it's not the NHL team. And that's the biggest thing. We got to make sure their morale is all good, because, God, it is so annoying when, like, one guy, like, I was thinking about scratching Martin for Lepstic. as you guys were telling me to pronounce it. Nope. Do not do that because he will get mad. So let's see if this he's on the team. He is on the team. So let's put him there. Just to like let you guys know. Corrado, minor top 2. He should be okay with being scratched. I know he's 24 and we should probably play him just to get him up there, but that was kind of the consensus. Just get him in there, green that is, and have him play. So he is left-handed, so that's another left-handed D-man. But, I mean, general consensus was just get this dude in here. He's a top 4 guy, actually, so maybe we should throw him. I don't want to move Carrick. I think that's working. I don't want to just move him up here. So let's just put green. Let's see what his stats are kind of like. He doesn't have the best shot. He's got really good defensive awareness, so we'll put him on the penalty kill. I know I'm kind of doing all these line changes just in front of you, but it seems like kind of a good video to do it with. There's not a ton happening in this video, just this one trade. We don't need to pick up any more free agents or anything like that. We'll split up Olsner and Riley just so this line doesn't get extra goals scored on it. I think that'll be good because then it has the higher overall down here and then the higher overall over here. This should be all right. A lot of lefties. I know you guys that was a big thing you guys wanted me to address, and of course we bring on another lefty and get rid of a righty. So let me know what you guys think. I mean, I'm just following what you guys were saying, and I feel like it's a good trade for this year. Looking forward, it might not be the best trade, but there's a little bit of a risk, in it for sure. And I don't think I'm going to put him on the power play. Yeah, I'm going to keep the power play the same. That's totally cool. And then green will just help out the penalty kill. That should actually help a good amount. Cowan's on the second line there. Green's on. Yeah, that should be. Yep, that should be fine. We're good. I think we're all good. Anderson is in the net. He hasn't really... Wait, how old is Anderson again? Okay, so he's already capped off at the beginning of this series. I, for some reason, thought he was 26, and I just totally spaced. So this is your team going into the year 2 playoffs here. I definitely think we're going in. I mean, this first line alone is awesome. It'd be cool to have one more 90 up here. Like if Johnson got up to a 90, that'd be sick. But that's totally fine. I think Marchand is killing it in the World Cup of Hockey. And then Willie Nee down here is up to an 87. Let's get in the simulation. We've got a decent amount to just go through here and just get done with the season. See who we're facing. Oh, we got to talk to one more guy here. See who we're facing. Why doesn't it come up here? Why doesn't it say there's one? Because I just backed out of it without even seeing anything. Oh, it's green. What's up, green? Being traded is a big change. Sure. Let's do motivating. Very inspired. Oh, what? It said he was very inspired. Maybe it said not very inspired. That's kind of dumb, dude. The whole morale thing is really annoying. Calming. He doesn't like the kid gloves approach. Each player is different, I guess, in this one. So the number 2 choice never works. If you guys know some secrets, let me know. Also, I did go into the ownership things down below that you guys were telling me to look at. We have insufficient funds. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's because we spent a lot on the team. It won't let me do anything. So, sorry. I can't do anything. So let's just go ahead and sim through this week. Sim through the deadline here. I don't think we need anybody else here. Owner goals update. Let's see. Okay, so we got the team store. I did that right at the beginning of the season on your guys' thoughts in the comments. 90% of sweets this year. I don't know how to know if we do that. State of team champion. That has gone up. And they want us to advance to the Stanley Cup final now. I guess it's possible. Anything is possible. We win our first game with the new squad. We win our second game with the new squad. So already it's looking pretty good here. I think the biggest thing is just keeping the morale up, in which we did. Corrado is not, big loss. I mean, we scored 5 goals, but that's a tough game for the goaltenders there. Let's check the scouting here. You know what? We should actually go into scouting and pin some players, shouldn't we? Man, yeah. Let's stop this real quick. I actually want to see how that's gone along. Season ticket drive. Let's keep the current prices because I actually turned them down slightly. We don't have any money. You just told me we had no money. Why are you asking me to set a new budget? I guess I could have allocated more money to Arena. Yeah, so I don't really know what the owner expects. I don't know. That's kind of weird to me. I don't know if I like that 100%, the whole owner thing. I got to do, you know what I got to do? I got to do my own thing. I got to do one off camera, my own franchise mode, just so I know for sure. Okay, this is going to be tough. Yeah, we know nobody. We basically know no one. I wish it would say like a projected kind of thing, because nobody at all. I mean, these guys up here are high. Maybe I should do this low guy right here. I mean, he's 19. God, see, this is what's hard. Let's just do defenseman. I mean, what's my... These guys are totally unknown. Oh, it says right there. Second round, undrafted. Okay. It doesn't have a thing for that, but next to him. God, is this going to take a long time? You know what? I'm going to find a couple guys here we can scout, like one or two, and I'll get back to you. So just 1 second here. If you don't see what I'm looking at, it's right next to their head, and it says 7th round. Like that guy, it says 7th round. So is that... I hope that's the projection. I can't ask for live help. We're not on Twitch right now. But I'll find a couple guys here, and we'll pin them. So 1 second. Okay, so I just kind of realized with their current potentials that I've scouted them to, that's what they're projected for. So that doesn't even matter right now. So all the people cringing, don't worry, I realized it. But we got this guy. He's scouted in the 2nd round currently, so maybe he'll get a little bit better. You know what? I'll unpin this guy because I don't know. Higson. Let me know if I'm just passing over these guys. I want to do one of these unknowns down here. This guy, he's 2A and he's right-handed. We'll pin him. Just see. I should have seen if the other guy was right-handed. Whatever. We'll just see if those guys look decent. Whatever. I mean, it's so difficult unless you actually know the names, which I don't really like know all the guys' names, honestly. I mean, definitely not even. Okay, it makes me feel happier. That's awesome. Let's motivate. Nice. Okay. He responds well to motivation. Being traded is a big change. I'll make you proud. Didn't we already do this? Did I do motivating last time? He didn't like it, so I should do calming. He was not affected. Okay, that's better than nothing. So a lot of these guys are presence players. It looks like it's a really tight-knit locker room, so that's good. There's a lot of good leadership in here playing in the hockey capital. So let's just keep going here. We have 88 points on the season. Just that one big blemish. Hopefully Enroth was in the net there, and Andy doesn't have a Anderson doesn't have a a breakdown there. Okay, there's a close one to the Preds. Hopefully we can just kind of keep on pace. I mean, I don't mind losing 1 or 2 games, but I want to get at least 50 wins this year. There's 2 losses in a row. There's another rebound win, then a loss immediately. Overtime loss. These big games, when I bring in a better defender, I don't know what's going on here. Maybe we got to bring Corrado back. No, I think Green's doing pretty well. I mean, we could play him. That's a big win. Could play him a bit more, but I think moving around Carrick wouldn't be a good idea, just because I feel like even if it doesn't really matter in the game, I feel like having a line mate the entire year in Gardner and Carrick, and then taking that away for some veteran that you probably respect, sure, but it's not your partner. It's not the guy you've been with all year. I think it's a little bit harder here than just keeping it the same, keeping everything fine and good. There's another decent-sized loss. That's never good to see. Let's get a win against Florida, former Cup champs. Overtime loss, we get a point. All right, how many games do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 games left there. I may have miscounted. For some reason, I counted that really weird. I was kind of looking at my audio because there was a spike in it. So if you heard something weird there, sorry. 100 points. We're at 100 points this season, so That's kind of my own personal goal. I was just going to scouting here, see if there's anybody worth grabbing in the OHL. Since we have a couple players pinned in the, WHL was the one we pinned them, or was it QMJHL? I think it was WHL. Let's just see if we've got anybody here. Yeah, they're still all AHL. I mean, this guy right now, they say he's pretty decent, maybe 4th or 5th round, but I think he'd be a little bit better. Let's just, I don't know. I don't know anybody in this draft. I'll just pin him, I guess. I mean, it's kind of tough. Like, this guy says 3rd or 4th round. I don't know. Actually, is this guy right-handed? He's left. I want to get a righty. This Nielsen guy's righty, but he's 20. Righty's 19. Oh, shoot. I don't have it on just defenseman. Sorry. Whoops. There's a lot of defensemen in the OHL, though, that we've taken a look at. Can I get an 18-year-old that's right-handed? There we go. 2A defender. We'll take a look at him. I mean, all year I feel like you got to just keep going up and down this. It's kind of difficult. Let me know if there's some easy way to do that. Do you just pin players all year? Like, people are saying you can only pin 5 players all year. Is that true? I don't know. I haven't tested it. I should have tested it. So we're at 100 points. There's no logos, but I assure you we are in first place. But who's ever in second is catching up. And they have 96 points. Actually, I actually want to see that. Dang it. I want to see it because there could be a storyline here to come up. This is running really slow. Come on, EA. Let's go, buddy. Yeah, for some reason, the logos won't load. This is so annoying. It's running like... God, it's running like an old computer or something. Okay, let's just look at our division. So it's... it's the Panthers. Okay, so the Panthers and us have clinched, so that's awesome. That probably has boosted morale. Look at our goals for. That's pretty good. After this, we're just going to end out the game. 2.25 goals against. That's not too bad. 23.7% and 81% for the PK. So we've got pretty good stats there. But, yeah, any games against Florida, we got to make sure to beat them. Ottawa is a good one to beat. I mean, really anybody in our division is good to beat. After that, I think we're good. I should have checked to see if we were in the President's race, but this game is running so slow. Let's just get into the sim. This is unbelievable. Hopefully there's like a patch soon. God. Hopefully. It's like, I don't even understand how it's running this slow. It's like, is this like Windows 98 or something I'm running on my Xbox One? Oh yeah, for all the people that always ask, I'm playing on Xbox One. You can tell by in the bottom, it says stop simulation. There's a B, not a circle. So that's pretty cool. I do want to get a PS4 at some point, probably this holiday season when they price drop. There's a couple points. That's a point streak right there. Last game here against the Detroit Red Wings for our 50th win of the year. I'm not going to real-time sim it. I'm just getting up to the day just to make sure. Let's see if this hinges on a President's or not, or if we have been overtaken. We have not been overtaken. Why? Does that mean we've clinched the division? It might. Let's just look at the whole league, though, because I want to see if there's a team way better than us. I think maybe the New York Islanders, because they were really, really good. Yeah, Islanders are better. Blackhawks, Sharks, and then us. We're tied with the Sharks, though, so if we get one more. Have they played all their games, actually? Quick math, 74, 8, no, they have 2 more. So yeah, we have 1 more. So hopefully they lose 2 and then we win 1 and we can jump up there. And I don't know what that would really do. That would do nothing because the Islanders are so far up. So, but just for the bragging rights. So we're not going to win the Presidents, but we can get 50 wins on the year, which is a huge accomplishment. I'm not holding that team meeting. I saw it. Don't worry. Not doing it. That's too risky at this point. Let's get a win against Detroit here. Sorry, guys. Detroit. Bye. Shutout win. All right. So this was supposed to be kind of a quicker episode, but it drug on. Look at that. That is not a bad matchup for us, especially after this big win. Wow. Who knew this was going to be the matchup of the first round. So I definitely think we should get past the first round. I really don't think they're as strong as they maybe should be. Oh, look at that. That's pretty cool. I haven't made the playoffs yet, so this is a big deal. But yeah, let's go to Stats Central and look at player stats on that on the year here. So we'll look at us and we'll look at Detroit just to see who's on the actual team. Tyler Johnson slaying it with 71 points this year. Not bad at all. Matthews was 64, but he's a -7, oddly enough. Reichel is a +28. Look at all these pluses. Kadri's doing pretty well, JVR. Expecting a little more from Marchand. Maybe I'll... I thought I changed him actually to a sniper because you guys told me to. I'll change him to a sniper for the playoffs. How about that? Bozy, baby, doing pretty well. Willie Nee. I mean, not bad. Tons of players over 40 points. Gardner almost up there. Riley's our only defenseman over 40. Not bad at all, though. Martin doing pretty well, 22. Green comes in, gets 14. That's not too bad, but he's a -3. I don't know if those carry over from the Devils. You'll have to let me know. Yeah, Corrado, see, you guys, he had 3. He's down to a 79, but he was an 80, probably from just temporary boosts. So hopefully next year he'll slot into the lineup. He is already 25, but, you know, at 80 overall, not too worried. He's a great, you know, 7th D man. Look at that. That's a great goals against for both of them, honestly, for an 83. So, yeah, we're looking pretty good. Save percentage looks fine in both areas. Awesome. Really awesome. This team has been unbelievable. Oh, yeah, I was going to go and check the Red Wings. So let's see who's on the Wings. This is a big matchup. This would be an absolutely beautiful matchup in 2 years from now. Like, that would be so fun. I would watch the hell out of this. So no surprise here, Larkin killing it. He finally gets that elite rating from EA. Tatar doing well as well. Nyquist still on the team there. Oh yeah, Franz Nielsen. Pulky's up here getting some points. There's a lot of minuses on the squad. You notice this, guys? Even Helmer. A lot of minuses here. So yeah, I think we're going to steamroll them. Unfortunately, me being a Detroit fan, I think we're going to steamroll these guys. Look at Erickson with the +17. Not bad. So yeah, let's see who they've got in net here. If I can figure out which trigger it is. Peter Mrazek at 86. Man, Jimmy with the 82. He's got to have a rebound year. Man, he's got to have it. Got to come back. He sometimes just absolutely stands on his head, but Mrazek is still growing. Medium elite in this game. They finally give him the respect he deserves. Yeah. Worse goals against than our starter, and, you know, worse overall. And, I mean, not bad. He's not as consistent as he was in the last game when he was only like 84 overall. So that's kind of weird. But whatever. I think we're going to be fine. On paper, I think we've got it. And I think other than that, we don't really need to do anything else. Thanks for all your support and comments down below. Make sure to comment down below with anything we should do heading into the playoffs, if there's any specific matchups or anything. Any line changes, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. If we bring in Lepstick or... I know you guys are saying Lepistick, but I like saying like lipstick or Lepstick. I'm not going to do the meeting. Sorry, the whole team meeting. I'm not going to do it. But yeah, let me know down in the comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe so you see all the GM action. Also, Friday. Usually I upload Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'm thinking about this Friday doing a different video than a GM mode and getting into a couple other series that I want to start for NHL 17. I'll still upload the GM mode most likely Monday, but if you guys really want it, maybe over the weekend. But I did just move to Chicago from like Detroit area, and my parents are coming to town over the weekend, so I might not have time to actually make it. But let me know down below either way. You know what I mean? It's basically sit down for 45 minutes and talk to a microphone. So it's not going to take up a huge amount of time, but it is going to take up time. So let me know what you want to do down in the comments below. Thank you guys for the support. We have rebuilt the Maple Leafs, and we're still growing, and we're going to win that cup this year according to our owner. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a good time for the rest of the day, and we'll see you next time out on the ice.